We're going to use a chainsaw today, and we're going to be carving some of our best sellers. I'm going to start out with, I got one more piece of this post green, and I'm going to make a little cardinal out of it. And then after that, I've got some bigger pieces, about some 10-inch pieces of pine. I'm going to make some little bears kind of sitting on their butt. So we're going to start out with this piece right here. I'll get a mask on, and we're going to use a chainsaw and a couple other tools and make this happen. Let me put this mask on. I'll try to wear it for as long as I can, until I get hot anyway. Once I get hot, I don't, I gotta take it off. I just can't stand it. But we'll try to go as long as we can with it. All right, starting out with chainsaw carving a cardinal. And I hope everybody's doing pretty good. We're figuring on being on here right up until the shop's wood shop comes on at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Heck yeah, hope y'all doing pretty good. We're having a good time. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hey, Shop's Wood Shop be on 8 p.m. Central. Hey, Alaskan Critter Cam, what's going on? Heck yeah, good to see you. Michael S., super fan. Anyway, y'all hit the like button and we will keep right on going. shapes because it makes them look like a somewhat fat, dignified little American bird. You know what I'm saying? Heck yeah. Hey, Matthew, Soldier Farms LLC, the Shops Wood Shop. Glad to see you guys in there. Hey, tree fella, you got it right, buddy. Hit the like button and we will keep right on going. So far, not too bad, not too good. Somewhere in the middle, that's where we ever try to be. Heck yeah, 15 minutes in, 53 likes. Hit that like button. What's going on? Tree fella Tim Bliss. What do you know, Matthew? Heck yeah, the happy car budget. Let's get her done. piece of post wood I had, and so I'm glad to use it up. Get rid of it. Oh, you know what? Daggone it. The lighter is in the sitting there on the counter. I have to get it, but I gotta burn it. I don't want to just set it there and not be ready to go when I go to, you know, do some electrical work on it. But anyhow, knock a little cardinal out. And I'm gonna make some bears, but they're gonna be fat little bears here in a second. Let's see what we got here. 58 likes, heck yeah. What's going on, LJ? What do you know, Dad? Glad to see you guys in there. Heck yeah, hit the like button if you haven't already. I'll go ahead and burn this, dude. It's kind of was far away from the camera, wasn't it? Okay, all right, let me get my lighter real quick. I'll be right back. Oh man, I think I forgot that lighter. Well, yeah, I can. Heck yeah. Okay, I got it. Like a run across here like a chicken with my head cut off. Man. Let's burn this baby. Burn her at the stake! Why do I love saying that so much? I don't know. Just giving it a gentle fire massage. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Hey, I got some red paint on, so it's finishing. Take him off of there and we will check on a piece. I got some fat pine over here. I want to say it's 9 or 10 inches and little short pieces like this that'll make good fat little bears, you know. And I think I'll do one sideways view and one forward view and set that dude up there to dry. The wood, the outside exterior of that wood. Hey, look at that. Somebody gave us $5 a shop's wood shop. Heck yeah, we sure appreciate that. No doubt about it. Heck yeah. Hey, add a Q&A sticker, minimalist or hoarder. I don't know about all that. Okay, anyhow. Hey, Daniel Perez, what's going on? Glad to see you in there. Okay, let's check up another piece and see what we can do. Now, that's a lot heavier. And I'll do side view. First piece, I'll do side view. But this is some super wet, super duper wet, super califragilistic wet pine. Very, very, very sticky stuff. And you can see, I don't know if you can see the top of it, but the sap just pouring out of that, you know, it's pretty good stuff. Anyway, let's get her done. Heck yeah. Hey, Ray, what's going on? Hey, Guru Band. Hey, how's it going? All right, let's get this thing down. And we'll make something. Yeah, just, you know, some fat little bears. Need some fat little bears. Always need fat little bears. And that piece is just like, I don't know, it's got a nice shape to it. We'll see what we can do with it. I gotta put the headphones back on, and we'll have enough fuel in this saw to start anyway. So let's do it. So I'm gonna just chop off a bunch of this right off the bat. guys think of the side view so far? Not too bad? It's starting to turn out a little better. Let me just move that just a little bit more. That way you can see him a little better. Anyway, hit the like button. Appreciate you guys being here. Hi, Tim Asor. I don't know what that says. Hi, Nico. Roger. Glad to see you guys. Heck yeah. All right, let's get her done. Some fuel. Let me stuff it in there, and I'll stuff in some fuel in this baby. We'll talk about the moon landing. How many of you guys noticed my thumbnail? I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm on the moon. And if you've never been to the moon before, I have. Look at the thumbnail. I got the thumbnail to prove it. You guys, if you haven't seen my thumbnail, you'll want to check it out. You'll see. I've been on the moon, and it's very nice up there. The weather is just ecstatic. It's like there's no wind. The sun's not too hot half the time, and then the other half the time it's so blazing hot that you got to be underground or it'll cook you. I mean, the moon's a nice place to be. But anyhow, yeah, you can see I was there in 1969. I bet you didn't know I was that old either, did you? Yeah, somehow I made it up there. That was right before I got reincarnated into an ant. And actually 2 ants, you know, because I had so much soul that instead of just making me one organism, I was made into 2. No. That's some crazy talk and a half, isn't it? If you ever knew anybody schizophrenic, there you go. All right, I bet they're jealous of what I just said. He was 2 souls? Wow, that's awesome. I don't know. Hey, stupid is what stupid does, right? Anyhow, what do we got here? Good time, good time. Hey, E-Jazz, Banzi, Raga, I don't know what that says, but hello. Hi, Douglas. All right, let's get cracking on the bear. This is filled with bears. Walk around the camera, be able to show what I'm doing there. Here, it's a little better right there, just like that. Hit that like button. getting in my way. Hope you guys are having a pretty good time. He's just coming to life, you know, just a little fat little bear hiding in a log. I don't know what he's doing in there, but he's in there. Maybe we'll make this one, let's see. So that's the head. And so it makes you wonder, so should I make him a fat little bear just sitting there? You know, should I go ahead and put him in a log? You know, a little body, maybe give him a little body. I say we give him a little body. Let's do that. Heck yeah. Well, that camera's making it tough. Here, I'll move it right here. There we go. There's a lot more meat on this side, and I'm just going to trim that off for now. I mean, I could work with it. But I just think it's going to it'll make it easier for you if you really hadn't thought it out. Just do it like that, you know, go with it. Anyway, hit that like button. We'll keep making this little bear come alive. some muscular build to him. Looks like for a teddy bear, he might beat you a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, hit the like button. Hey, Land Raver, what's going on, Colt? Ellie, Bob, Haram. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Henry, how's it going? Henry Tate. All right, let's clean this baby up. Some little round feet right here, kind of break them off, and it'd be a cute little bear. You know, not too bad, not too he's probably getting a little nervous about me getting so close to the jewels, you know? Cleaning. You know, to make something fat like that, it just kind of is what it is. He's got a lot of bark on him, but people like that. I mean, people like him fat, you know, and he's a cute little guy. Here, we'll do side view while I start cleaning some of that bark off, and then I'm gonna trim around the legs and stuff. See how he's a little fat guy? You know what I mean? He's my inner fat guy. Bring out your inner fat guy. There's nothing wrong with it, right? He's pretty cute. We'll start giving him some hair. Hope you guys are doing pretty good. Hey, 184 likes. Can't never complain about that. Hey, TMCC Marco. What's going on, Marco? Glad to see you in there. Hope you guys are doing pretty good. Taylor killed it today. I love that horse. That was sweet. Anyway, heck yeah. Hey, y'all, if you have not checked out TM Custom Carvings, be sure and check her out. She is the best of the best. Tay Marie, she is awesome. Taylor does an awesome job. So be sure and check her out. All right, let's hair this little guy up. Something about that. So realistically, you know, I got into this like 3 years ago as a side thing. I really like doing it. Yeah, it's been 3 years now, and you know, at my age, you know, you've been established in a career for a long time. You got to do it. But I love doing this. I wish I had more time to do it. That's about the same time that Taylor started out, and she went full time doing it. And you look at the work, see how much she's gained in 3 years of doing this, and it's just really awesome. I gotta tell you guys, I tell my own daughter, look at this kid. You could do that if you wanted to. I encourage her. That don't mean she would. You just never know. But she has artistic ability, and she's starting out, you know, young in life. She hadn't already, you know, lived a life, had a long career, or doing another job. She kind of feels like she's stuck in doing forever. That's how I feel at 50. Anyhow, I do this and sell these because I love it. I do the job I have to do because I have to. Anyway, and that's a big difference. So anyway, that kid, Taylor, is an example for all young girls that want to take up something different. Because, you know, I mean, that's another thing. Women in this business definitely, you know, started out as a man's thing. Big old bulking men, bigger than, you know, way bigger than me, that were big hair, chest popping out, you know, and all that. What was that guy's name? Hal McIntosh, you know, them old guys in the 80s, and they were really, you know, taking off chainsaw carving, and it wasn't a big thing, and it was all a bunch of hairy men. And then you did see some women in there though, but women doing this kind of business, if you're a young lady and you want to get into something and you want to make some money, and you know, you want to do good like social media and things like that, I would encourage you to do it. I love doing it. I'm just an over the middle-aged, over the hill fat guy. I love doing it. I'm getting good attention doing it on social media. So I would encourage anybody to do it, but especially young ladies. Now, my chauvinist side. If you want to know if you're doing something wrong, ask a woman. It's just the way it is. I'll tell you, you won't like the answer. Drink out your coffee, you get a rock in there, you bust a tooth off. Your wife did that. I'm telling you, you run your mouth too much the night before. She got you. feel sorry for somebody. Feel sorry for the boss lady. Like I do stuff like I'll take, so I shot that deer. You know, you guys seen that 2 weeks ago. It was 2 Fridays ago, right? Or 3 Fridays, whatever. I shot that deer. And hung it up from garage for the weekend, you know, that was a Friday. And then Sunday, I knew I was going to drop it off at the meat cutter on Monday. So I took the deer, and I have a 4-layer folding tonneau cover on my truck. And I put that deer in there, and I just stuck the head out. So the head would be sticking out. And I faced it toward the wife's car. Y'all see it. It'll be in a long form video. I put that, or did I already use that? I can't remember. Anyway, the deer head's sticking out of the truck. That's just stuff I do to aggravate her. I mean, it's no wonder she isn't putting antifreeze in my coffee. Maybe she is. I don't know. It still tastes good. If ever anybody you were going to feel sorry for, it's the starving pygmies in Africa and the boss lady. They got it rough. No, I'm just kidding. Where's my 12-inch? There it is. Okay, let me use that. I had this running earlier. I can at least finish that carving with this saw, you know? Way too wet to even bother burning them. So anyhow, I'll show you what I got. Then we'll stick on another piece. We got the wood shop going to be on at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hey, MRH Wooding, what's going on, man? Heck yeah, glad to see you in there. Not too bad. Hey, I appreciate that, bud. I don't know. Yeah, but you know, just been teaching myself how to make these cute little stuff. I like to make little stuff that sells like, you know, 60 to 100 bucks. And I sell a lot of it because I'm cheap and I don't really care. I just like making stuff. And that little cute little bear, like I go out to the lodge and live carve and I try selling for 100 bucks. You know, maybe 85. Somewhere between 85 and 100 bucks. I don't know. Anyhow, I gotta have plenty of them because, man, I couldn't keep nothing last year. And maybe I'm too cheap, but what I do know is I sell out everywhere I go. So I can't, well, I don't sell out, but cardinals, man, it seems like I can't keep cardinals. Okay. Let's get this baby on here. This one ugly piece of wood. Imagine a world where wood is beautiful. Well, it can be. Take it to the right guy. I don't think you found him here, but. Woohoo! I love it when she grips. Good little grab. So, make another little fat guy. I got an hour and 15 minutes before the shops is going to be on. Let's see. How long does it take? Well, I just carved that one and that little bear in like, I don't know, half hour or something like that. I don't think it was quite that long. But like I do these cute bears because that's what I know how to do really. I do these cute little bears, and like that one here, he's got bibs on and stuff. He probably took an hour and a half, and don't mind the antlers. You know, he's kind of a wacko of sorts. But anyway, let's see how long it takes to carve another bear. Maybe this one will put it in put it inside a log or something like that. But let me put some fuel in this baby first. I hope everybody's doing pretty good. Not too bad, not too good, somewhere in the middle. Man, I had a highlight from my live stream making this lighthouse the other day. And that bug, it picked up on that. That's what it picked up. There was a bug in that hole. And I kept staying out there. And finally that bug fell out. Some big black bug, I don't know what it was. And it fell down for a second. I was burning that thing with a turbo torch. And it fell down and hit the ground, you know. And I mean, from a human perspective, as high as it was, it would have been like 10 stories. It fell. And then it fell. It kind of kicked for a second. And then it quit moving. And the highlight, though, right at the end, you know, right at the end of the highlight, I said something. And I can't remember what it was. Oh, he succumbed to his injuries. And he didn't pick up that part. It got right before that. That was the funny part of the whole thing. He succumbed to his injuries. And somehow the AI, whatever bot thing they got, you know, non-humanoid decision-making fool decided that it stopped, cut it right short of he succumbed to his injuries. That was the funny part. That's what happens when you let computer-generated stuff pick it out for you. Oh, well. And I know, you can go back there and download parts of it yourself, but I ain't got time for that. I basically work 2 jobs. On top of that, I have a very important spiritual life on top of that. So I do ministerial work in a couple different forums, and so I stay pretty busy. You know, I don't have time to be jacking around too much. All right, let's make something else. I'll take a bear inside the log maybe, and we'll see how it's going here. Hi, Patricia. How's it going? Hey, Romans 1:20 truth. I got you, my man. Heck yeah. All right. We're going to make a bear inside of a log this time, I think. I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going to kind of dig this out. I need to get my log figured out. Kind of like this here. I try to dig his head in there so that the log's kind of sticking up in the back of that. Let's try that. It's going to be kind of open. This piece, and it's like oblong this way, and that's what I want. I want my side of my bear head here. I'll put this right here. I want the side of my bear head right there. Hey, drink a Miller Lite. Okay. All right, let's do it. Maybe. That's the head. If you couldn't tell that already, I guess, I mean, I don't know how you could really, unless you knew. But if you know, you know. I didn't know. I didn't know. Now I know. Somewhere along the lines, I got lost. I made that ear a little smaller than I care for. And the way to fix it, just cut the top off of it and start over. I got plenty of time. You know, I mean, he's not super deep. So I don't care for it where I cut this off too close. So I'm going to slow it. Brought it back to life, you know, dig it out a little bit. You know, if he ends up with monkey ears, it's still better than having jacked up ears, you know what I mean? All right, that's a lot better. Ears came out a lot better, and I mean a lot better. Anyway, hit the like. Who we got in here? We got Colton, we got Dad, we got Ray and Sandy. What's going on? Glad to see you. Michael F, super fan. Heck yeah, let's give this guy some mouth now. Give him a big old beat. Starting to get, look at this chest. I don't know. He might be armless. I don't know. He might be an armless bear. I don't know. Anyway, but it's starting to come to life anyhow. What do I got? 7:59. We got an hour till the shops is on. Shops Wood Shop. What's up, New Roadside Dynamics? How's it going? Happy Car Mudgeon, Michael S. What's up? Let's see. I don't know what that says, but hi. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. All right, cool. So I think we'll give him a little pause right down here, like, holding on to the log. Well, quite a bit of digging to get to that, but I'm going to dig it out around the head first and go from there. Plus round the head off some too, He's happy. He's smiling. You can't beat him when he's smiling like a Cheshire cat. Hey, there's 280 people watching and 281 likes. Man, that's pretty close. Hey, Billy Shoemate, what's going on? Give me some ice cream. Heck yeah. All right, let's dig this guy out some little arms real quick. And I'll tell you, I'll probably just let him sit around until the bark falls off because that bark, it's super wet. It's going to take a little while. I put it in my way. It figures. So I said I was going to give him some little, like giving paws that are down here. Right now it just looks like a chest, you know, unless I dig something out. I don't know. Oh, that's what we're going to do. Them arms are a little, them front legs are a little wonky, but it's kind of is what it is. I don't really care. He's cute. No matter what, he's cute. cute little guy hiding on the log. At least I got to burn some wood up. I think on that bark, I'll just leave that dude dry for a good while. You know what? I never relief cut either one of them carvings, so I probably ought to do it. So where's that screw at? It's out there. All right, let's do this one first. You know what? Let's use this one. Why not? Oh, you look at that. That chainsaw killed itself. Make sure I know where the bolt's at, you know. Wait, that was good. But I didn't do that to the other one, so let me bring it up. There's certain things you just don't do that to, like eagles and stuff. But you know, the bear, you can control the cracking. To a certain extent. Alright. Set him back over there, grab this other one. So this other one, he's going to get his feet. I'll use my manpaw eye cutters and give him like little dots here. You know, 5 little dots for, you know, the pads of his feet. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can give him a relief cut without having to pull him back down. Worst thing that happens, he falls and breaks his ear off. That's what they make glue for. Set this one over here. Alright, so that guys can set. I mean, they're too wet to even burn. So I mean, it's like, why bother? But I do have other stuff I can do. Let's see what we got here. Hey, MRH Wooding 2024. Heck yeah. Shop's Wood Shop going to be on here in about 45 minutes. So I got a little bit of time. Yeah, heck yeah. I appreciate that, William. 3 more, we'll have 300. Heck yeah. Then I might even dance on my head and start breakdancing. We'll call Michael Jordan in. You know what I mean? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air will be jealous. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to breakdance. Oh, you lied to us, man. That was messed up. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I wasn't going to breakdance, I can tell you that. But it's funny to tell you I was. So, oh, you know what? This actually has cardinal eye. So, I have 2 cardinals that need finished. This one we just made. And so let's do that. Yeah, let's do that first. Let's give him his eyeballs. Happy little eyeballs. You know, like Bob Ross said, happy little trees, happy little eyeballs, happy little birdie. Well, my phone, from this position, my phone is just absolutely covered with this nice, wet, sappy pine. I'll show you here in a minute. I'm gonna clean up the beak, and actually I got it. You know, the other day I was talking about I didn't know where all my splitters were, so I could have multiple things plugged in. Well, I just happened to finally figure it out, and I actually got 2 of them in here, so they can have multiple tools plugged in and get the job done. And hopefully we got that 300 likes without me having to take my shirt off. Actually, I think people would probably take their likes away if I did that. That don't mean I'd do it. I wouldn't do it. That don't mean I wouldn't do it or do it. Do it and do it, and when I do it. Now I sound like an auctioneer. Yeah, but I got sold to the fat guy with the head. Okay, all right, let's get it done. Where's my mask at? Hey, I don't think I need them anymore, which is good because your ears hold so much heat. Although I love my pro hearers. You know what I mean? I can listen to some Linkin Park or Seether or whatever I want to listen to. Little Warren Ziders. I like Warren Ziders, man. I'm not a huge country person. Aaron Lewis, he kind of changed that. Hey, what the heck? You see that as a flash? Wasn't it a flash? What the heck just happened? Oh, and it is a bad spot now. Okay. Hey, screw you. I'll get another one. All I know is there was a spark and then it quit working. And it ain't the breaker because the lights and the plugs is all on the same one out here. Get a different one out. I don't know how good that pad is, but it shouldn't have to be that good for what I'm doing. If it wasn't painted, I'd have to worry about it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't like this one because you have to hold the trigger. But it's got a lot more power. All right, get out my pointing burr and do something about that beak. Give him a mouth with some nose holes. I'm gonna call that dude ready to paint. What do you think? You ready to paint? Yeah, he's ready to paint. Oh, you need to flap sand me. You need to flap sand me. Oh, you know, you'll get dusty before then. Hello, everybody. I just come to talk to you today about the Raisin Juicy Turkey channel right now. All right, that's what we got, right? Okay. I got time. That's what I know is I got time. Set this dude over, and actually, there's nowhere to put him on this shelf over here. It's full. But I got the tall one, and I need to do it too. And it's going to be a little difficult. I can't really set it up here necessarily. I mean, I can. It's just, you know, awful high. Okay. I don't know. We better screw that dude down if we're going to do that. It's awful high. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tweet, tweet. Tweet, tweet. He's kind of a bird head. He's kind of an airhead. I don't know. You guys tell me. Yeah, heck yeah. Hey, I appreciate that, MRH. I'm fairly new at this. I've been dabbling in it for 3 years now. And yeah, birds can talk. Heck yeah, birds can talk. Birds can talk. You know what I mean? They all got personalities. You know, some of them are good, most of them are bad. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, you see them at the bird feeder. You kind of get used to. They're just not that good, you know. They're kind of rough. Hey, look at that, no hand. Didn't I say I was going to screw that down? Oh, I forgot. Let's screw it down before it falls over and breaks the beak off. Wouldn't want that to happen. Or the comb, that'd be even worse. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I carved this just sitting on a pine over here. Yeah, I remember now. I screwed it down. That's why these are broke like that. But it is what it is. I gotta clean him up. Kind of like he is now. This guy's my balls. I know he's awful high, but it seems to be working out. You guys see this? Spiders has already been out. I'll tell you what, he's so high, I can't see where the eye hole is compared to the other one. To compare it, I gotta see if I can get some light on it. Okay, I'll see what I did. I don't know about that one. He's a little on the wonky side. I'm okay with it. Alright. Not too bad, not too good. Somewhere in the middle. See what I mean? You got eyes in the back of his head, something like that. But if you look at him, they're on the side. He's not really looking at you, but his brow is. So it kind of makes it gives an appearance like he is, but not really. They're on the side, and that's cute. Somebody buy him. Oh man! Take him off, straight him down. I don't know where I'm going to put him other than back behind me somewhere, because he's too tall to go up there. Yeah, put it back where he was. How about that? That's the only place he can really go for now. Okay, I guess. I got a few of these that need finished. The eyes and stuff need put on. Actually, it's just the eyes and the muzzle. Yeah, I hit the right hole and everything. Can you believe that? It's almost like I was a professional shooter. Well, I can tell you, I am not. Oh, I gotta take that thing off. I don't like it though. I mean, I've had the RZ for, I don't know, 9 months, something like that. I finally broke down and bought one and got away from them Harbor Freight dust masks whenever I went, started doing a lot of flex shaft carving. But I gotta tell you, I mean, I'm not really, after having an RZ for a while, I am not super impressed. Not really. I'm ready to try something else. Or go back to what I was using, the Harbor Freight mask. It's just, that thing's pretty hard to breathe too, but not only that, your dust is out. And I don't think that RZ keeps the dust out like it's supposed to. Just saying, it could be better. Like me, it could be better. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my expectations are just too high. It's hypocritical of me. Back in there now. I needed to put that one back in to try to match the other one up a little bit better. If that makes any sense. Give me some new holes. Clean that baby up. Enough. So I'm gonna have to buckle down and count them out and make all the little signs for them. I've got the wood to do it. I've got some fur, and I'm saving that fur just for that. Hey, that's kind of cute. Hello, everybody. And it's the same deal. I'm out of shelf room over here for this finished stuff. I'm gonna have to start putting them on top, putting them on the bottom, putting them underneath, putting them up above, put them on the roof of the shanty, just wherever I can pack this crap, you know what I mean? What's going on, Steve? Heck yeah, I appreciate that, my man. What's going on, Robert C. Peters? What do you know, buddy? What do you know? Heck yeah, how do you email, Bear? Patricia, it's bearandthebosslady@gmail.com. Just like the thing, just like the title, except for it doesn't have the exclamation point. But anyway, bearandthebosslady@gmail.com. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Got on here just to, actually to burn off some steam and tell you the truth. But don't ask. Anyway, I think I will do the other little welcome, or yeah, little sign bearer. And then these little fat guys, I'll wait on them for, save them for some other day. But I got time. It don't take no time to knock it out. I might as well just do it. Oh man. Okay. Heck yeah. This guy's a little different. That's a neat thing. Every one of them comes out different. There we go. There's that. Eye tool. Lots of smoke. That's something I can tell you. I smoked and dipped and used tobacco for 22 years. And was it 22 years? Something like that. Yeah. But anyway, 8 years. Tobacco free. Yeah, it's a little wonky, but I don't really care. The cute little bears, these cute little bears, I mean, I'm telling you, they don't look at it and say, hey, your nose holes off a little bit. Nobody cares. They're just so cute, they buy them. If they're going to buy one, they're going to buy them. They don't really care if they're a little wonky. And the price point, you know, that's another thing. These are chainsaw carvings that normal people can afford. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. All right, let's clean him up. Clean his beak up. Bad little guy. He's not a good little guy either, but he's not a bad little guy. I don't think his family will kick him out of bed or anything. Let's see. Hey. Hello, everybody. Okay, that's what we got. Set this guy over here with his wonky little brother. Push him back in there. I got all the signs. Ah, man. Yeah, that shelf, I'll show you what I mean. So down there where I just put them two bears where the propane tank for the turbo torch goes. I mean, there's no room on that. So next, I'm gonna have to start stacking them on top of the shelf, and that's only gonna be, yeah, pretty much. If I make them those kind of pieces, I'll be able to put some more up there on top of that shelf. And then it's just getting crazy. And you go in the garage, you see what I got in here, and then you go in the garage and like, man, he's really accumulating a lot. Yeah, I got to, because I blew through everything I had last year. And so I got to make a lot of stuff. Let's see what we got here real quick. Shops, you getting close? Got 25 minutes. And I'll tell you what, I ain't going to hold you up. That way you guys can get ready, get everything you got going. Hi, Danielle. How's it going? Glad to see you in there. Let's see. Heck yeah. Walk and get some fresh air. I got you. Hey, I appreciate that, MRH Woodworking. Heck yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, 8 a.m. It's 25 minutes, or 8 p.m. It's 25 minutes from now. All right, guys. Be sure to check out the shop's wood shop. Heck yeah, Billy got the ice cream out. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys watching. And we will be back tomorrow afternoon, evening, something like that. It'll be when there ain't nobody else on. You know what I mean? Because I got good lights. I can get on anytime I want. That's what I know. All right, guys. Hey, that's what I got. Come back when you can stay later, you schmucks.